Commissioners Court of Brazos County will meet in regular session on October the 3rd, 2023 at 10 a.m. Commissioners Courtroom at the County Administration Building, 200 South Texas Avenue, Suite 106. First item on the agenda is invocation, pledge of allegiance to the U.S. and Texas flag, and Commissioner Watson will lead those.
Almighty, I pray that as we meet, we do so for your glory, that we pray for our first responders and those who serve us to maintain our democracy. We also ask that those who serve us at the national level let the spirit of collaboration flow freely, that we in Brazos County use our unique skills and perspectives to work for the well-being of the residents, and that through our sense of teamwork, we continue our sense of collaboration. And lastly, we pray for the forecasted 3 days of rain. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Commissioner. Second item on the agenda is call for citizens' input and/or concerns. I didn't get anything handed in, so we will move to presentation and discussions. Brazos Valley Economic Development Corporation, BVEDC, FY 2022 Incentive Compliance Report by Ryan LLC and BVEDC. And I think Susan, there you are. Come on up, Susan.
Well, good morning, Judge Peters and Commissioners. My name is Susan Davenport, and I'm the current President and CEO of the Brazos Valley Economic Development Corporation. And I'm here this morning to introduce the fiscal year 2022 Incentives Compliance Report, which was prepared by the firm Ryan LLC. And I'm going to turn this over to them momentarily. But overall, I just want to say that you'll hear that these companies that will be presented to you are involved across multiple targeted industries, have properties valued over $522 million, and are providing more than 1,171 quality jobs with local payrolls exceeding $89 million. In 2022, 6 projects were under incentive agreements. They were reviewed by Ryan and monitored for performance compliance by us on behalf of Brazos County, the City of Bryan, and the City of College Station. Out of the 6 companies, which you'll hear about shortly, 2 were found not compliant, and details of that status are going to be highlighted by Ryan for you momentarily. So at this point, I will turn the reporting over to Mahar Masso, a principal of credits and incentives at Ryan. Thank you.
Judge, Commissioners, it's a pleasure to be with you on this call. I have a little bit of an echo. Let's see if we can fix that. There we go. My team at Ryan is proud to help Brazos County in determining the compliance and interacting with these companies. As was mentioned, I think you've all done a great job in adding jobs, adding value, helping all the communities involved be sustainable financially, and bringing good return for the taxpayers. So I'm going to go through this presentation fairly quickly. I think it's pretty straightforward, and then answer any questions you have. As was just mentioned, we were tasked with reviewing 6 projects, and we looked at each company that was involved and took their reports and put it in this matrix for you to review. Again, very straightforward. 2 of the companies were not compliant, and we will kind of review those here in a moment. Again, here you can see the impact of these projects on the area. As was mentioned, it's total payroll of $89 million and just shy of about 1,200 jobs. The total new property value is approximately $522 million in 2022. So that just as a kind of a big picture, 30,000 foot view, your economic incentives are working, and they're doing what they are intended to do. Again, looking at this page, this is a compliance report for one of those companies, Access Pipe and Tube. It's a steel manufacturing company, and it's in Brazos County, Precinct 4, and the City of Bryan, District 2. The investment value and real personal property, you can see this is the last year of this agreement, and the company met all the requirements, so you will not see them on next year's compliance report because they're in their last year. On this company, this is Fujifilm. Again, they're a global contract development manufacturing company for pharmaceuticals. It's in Brazos County, Precinct 4, City of College Station, at the edge of City of Bryan, District 5. Again, you'll see the investment value, real and personal property. They do have one more year left on the compliance, and you will see them again in 2023. The next company is LSPI, the Global Contract Development Manufacturing, and they created, they have 150 new FTEs, full-time employment by the end of the third year. They have not, the incentives have not been triggered yet, but you can see the value they've already started creating and the requirements of this company. Next company is Viasat. They had again November 2017 ribbon cutting, and you can see the numbers for 2022. They're global leader in specialty chemicals manufacturing for.
No, it's not.
That's not, I mixed up. I'm looking at two screens here, so
That's okay.
yeah, this is, I'm sorry, LSPI, and LSPI, again, they're in compliance. You can see the numbers for 2022. It's a 62.4 million facility investment, and they met the 25 million requirement. I'm out of sync for some reason. There we go. Here we go. Let me go back to, sorry. Technology problems always, right? Fujifilm. Looks like I've been one slide off on you all with what you're seeing and what I'm seeing on my screen, so I'm trying to sync them up. So going back to Fujifilm, make sure we're sorry here. Yep, Fujifilm. Again, 2020-22, they're in compliance. They reported 73,236,000 in improvements, and again, for 2022, they are in compliance. Let's see here, Fujifilm. We're at Fujifilm. These problems with technology. Let me go to this screen here. Fujifilm is they commenced construction in January of 23. Again, the numbers will not be in yet, but for 2022, their payroll, their actual was 64 million, and their property values are 149 million. So again, great return for the community. LSPI, again, if you have that in front of you, they're in compliance for 2022, and they have achieved the numbers, and you can see those on the documents you have and on the screen. Viasat, that's where the company is satellite communications, and they're not in compliance. They let us know in 2021 that they didn't meet their numbers, and 2022 they did not report payroll, and head count is unknown. And Wayfair, their National Customer Contact Center operations, again, they are post-pandemic began to close down the facility due to employees not coming into the office. employees. Their employees are now remote, and they have the agreement that you all had with them is they needed to be on site. The company requested their agreement be terminated, and they paid back their benefits. They did not receive any ad valorem incentives, and so they are currently non-compliant, but the agreement has been terminated. And that ends the presentation. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Got any questions?
Yeah, just one thing. I heard the property at Viasat has been sold.
Yeah, they did not provide us that information, so we're not aware that it has been sold.
Okay. We appreciate it, Mayor and Susan, for coming in and giving us a compliance report. I mean, it's really good news overall. Those are really successful companies and have done well here in Brazos County, providing jobs and adding value. So thank you both. I don't see Susan still. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Thank you.
And Judge, thank you for allowing us to present this to you. I do want to add that BVEDC is doing a wonderful job staying on top of this. They've really cleaned up their reporting and the monitoring. I think everyone's on the same page that all these public-private partnerships are, the intent is to provide jobs. Everyone in the community deserves the opportunity to have a job, and then provide sustainability to the taxpayer for keeping taxes low and keeping the area vibrant. So I want to congratulate all of you for working together to make this a success story.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All
Judge,
right.
Thank you all.
yeah, Judge, relative to our other agreements that we have out there, are those not being monitored through the EDC?
No, the 381s, we never did run through the EDC.
Okay, but we will receive an update on those as far as compliance goes, where I believe CC Creations was one of them, and then we got some other ones that may still be pending.
Yep.
But we'll receive, since they're not under the EDC, we'll receive updates on those separately.
Yes, I mean, I'd have to talk to our auditor. I mean, I know we might verify that they are in compliance before we actually rebate back any tax. But I'm sure we can put together something that'll show the court,
Thank you.
compliance. Okay, there's no action on that one, so we'll consider and take action on agenda items 4 through 28. Number 4 is approval of the following reappointments to the Board of Managers for the 911 District with term effective January 1, 2024.
Move for approval A and B.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 5 is approval of order number 23-012, directing salary fund to the general fund for fiscal year 2024.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 6 is approval requested from Constable Precinct 3 for disposition and retirement of BCC3 K9 Diego assets, CAP 00000200.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion.
Yeah, just that Diego's done a really good job, and he's getting older and time to retire. But he's done a good job, and Andy has, he's going to become Andy's pet. So, good.
Oh, Andy's taking him on?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I would hope that they would maybe have maybe we can bring something that he would like him to play with in his retirement or whatever, out at the JP and Constable 3. It'd be nice to say thanks to Diego.
Yeah.
You're talking about Diego, not Andy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Andy's.
Yes, thank you
Andy's
for
leaving the
clarifying
county, too.
that in case there was some subject
Andy's
to.
the handler, right?
He's left the county.
Let's see, I don't think we voted on that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 7 is approval requested from Elections Administration for variance of comp time policy, Section 4.07, Policy Manual for Elections Administration staff.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion.
Yeah, well, they do a great job, and they really work overtime during elections, so it's comp time, it makes sense.
Yeah, and it's coming toward the end of the year when elections occur, so it's harder to take off, so.
Yeah.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 8 is approval of the following job descriptions.
I'm going to make you read them all, Judge, but I'll move for approval 1 through 31.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded to approve 1 through 31. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 9 is approval of workers' compensation renewal with Texas Association of Counties for Risk Management Pool.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 10 is approval requested for the acceptance of grant award from the Office of the Governor Regional Web EOC Project.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 11 is approval of the non-financial MOU between Brazos County Detention Center and Brazos Valley Council of Government Workforce Solutions, Brazos Valley Board, Adult Education and Literacy Program from July 1, 2023 to June 30, 2024.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 13 is approval of the following community contracts for FY24. And what I'd like to do is, approval of, number 12, then approval of the amended chaplain services agreement between Brazos County Commissioner Fund and Restorative Justice Ministries, Brazos Valley, Inc., term agreement September 30, 2023 to September 30, 2025.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 13, would like to delay that one until after the executive session, and we'll come back to it at that point. So we will skip number 13. Number 14 is approval of amendment number 1 to raise daily rates from $197.69 to $227.34 for contract 23-031 with Brazos, Inc. for long-term residential services, juvenile offenders.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 15 is approval of amendment number 1 to raise the daily rate from $100 to $150 for contract 23-146 short-term detention of juvenile offenders with Jasper County.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 16 is approval of contract 23-574, replacement of various roofs, Phase 7 of with Jayco Roofing with for the following.
Move approval A and B.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 17 is approval of CIP 23-576, replacement of various roofs, Phase 9 of the Brazos County Expo Center with Jayco Roofing.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 18 is approval of contract 24-031 for testing evidence with Armstrong Forensic Laboratories, Inc.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 19 is permission to advertise for bid 24-062 for road signs and sign posts.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 20 is acceptance of road and roadway drainage structures in the Los Cazadores subdivision in the Brazos County Road Maintenance System, sites located in Precinct 2.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 21 is approval of the vacating plat of Los Lobos subdivision, Lot 20R, Block 1, 2.606 acres, right-of-way dedication of 0.208 acre being replat of Lot 20, Block 1, A. McLaughlin Survey, Abstract 157, Brazos County, Texas, sites located in Precinct 2.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 22 is tax refund application for the following.
Move approval A, B, and C.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 23 is Commissioners Court minutes for the following dates.
Move approval A through H.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 24 is budget amendments. Budget amendments FY 22-23, budget amendments 50.01 through 50.02, and FY 23-24 budget amendments 1.01 through 1.06.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 25, personnel change status.
Move approval A and B.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 26, payment of claims. Claims to be paid by Brazos County. Claim number 8124933 through claim number 8125054 and claim number 9008642 through claim number 9008693.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. We will skip down to number 29 is the acknowledgement of FY 22-23 budget actuals by fund as of September 27, 2023, and an acknowledgement of the FY 22-23 contingency budget to actuals by fund as of September the 27th, 2023. Number 30 is juvenile director's report on detention population. Linda.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. We have 36 juveniles in detention, 32 males, 4 females, and 28 on electronic monitor. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Number 31, Sheriff's report on inmate population. Sheriff.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. We've got 725 in custody this morning, 613 men, 112 women. We have 15 on electronic monitoring. I'm sorry, 50 on electronic monitoring.
Good. Thank you, Sheriff. Number 33 is number 32 is announcement of interest items and possible future agenda topics. Hearing none.
Well, Judge, is an interest item. Last night, I attended the National Alliance of Mental Health Issues for the Brazos Valley called NAMI. Several of us attended that, and I like this organization. It's a community organization. As you all know, there is a shortage of mental health resources in Brazos County. And so this organization is dedicated to improving the quality of life for people with mental illness and their families through support, education, and advocacy. So I encourage all of you all, when we're doing the October Brazos Giving, I encourage you all to support that organization because they work with not only Twin City Mission, MHMR, but they're doing all that they can within the scope of what their limited resources to try to help families and family members and families with family members who have mental illness. And it was a celebration of hope to introduce the community to what they're trying to do. And so I encourage all of you to get involved or to donate if you can, because they need help. Because as I said, Brazos County is lacking in mental health resources, and this is just one organization that is trying to fill that void as best they can. So, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes, and congratulations to all those who were recognized and honored last night. Quite a list of really wonderful people in the community who have volunteered their time and services, as well as those who have made an exceptional difference in providing, support and care and encouragement for people in our community that deal with mental illness. It was a great event.
Yes.
And I would just like to tip my hat to the volunteer fire department for Precinct 2, as well as Bryan Fire Department. They've had to get together and stop a couple of very scary fires that have popped out. We're still very dry. Everybody, please pray for the rain. And if you see a firefighter, pat them on the back. They are responding to a lot of calls immediately with all guns blazing, trying to keep these things from getting out of control. But we're still in a lot of danger out there.
Okay, thank you. 33 is call for citizen input and/or concerns, and I don't think we had anything turned in. So we will move back up to number 27 and convene an executive session pursuant to, and there's 4 contracts, I believe. Was that correct? Yes.
Yes, sir. Bruce Air, General Counsel for the county. Judge, I've submitted 4 letters of my determination that deliberating in open court would be harmful to the interest of the county for each of those 4 contracts, and ask you to unanimously approve going into executive session to discuss them.
So I'll need a motion. And
Move for approval.
Second.
motion made and seconded
For all 4.
for all 4.
Sorry, move for approval items A through D.
Okay. Now second for the
Second,
A through D.
yes.
Okay. And we're going to need a unanimous vote on that. All in favor, raise your right hand. And it's unanimous. So we will move into executive session. We certainly need the attorneys, budget, Cheryl, commissioners. Was there, I think that was it. Was there anybody else? All right. Oh, it's 10:29. Okay, we're coming back out of executive session, and we're going to move back up to number 13 and take action on it.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the community support contracts for 2024, A and C through K, and I'd like to abstain from D.
Okay, so you're moving to
Move
approve.
A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and K.
So we need a separate motion for that.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and vote on that. A, C. Okay. Motion made.
I'll second that motion. Had to turn my mic back on, sorry.
Yeah, is your mic on?
Oops. Okay.
No.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Now,
I'd like to make a motion to approve B, Boys and Girls Club Brazos Valley.
Second.
motion made and seconded to approve Boys and Girls Club. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
No, and 1 abstention. Y'all have that. Okay. Then, I don't think there was any other action to be taken. today, and the next one is to adjourn. It's 10:46. Thank you.
All right, everybody.